Yes, guys, welcome back to the show. Liverpool need midfielders desperately and centre backs. Will they get any? Let's talk about it right after this. Yes, guys, welcome back to another show. How are you all doing? I hope you're doing well, guys. Don't forget, before we get started, guys, make sure you hit that like button. Make sure you hit the subscribe button. We're on our way to 5,000 subscribers here on YouTube, so make sure you're hitting that subscribe and share button. I would really, really appreciate it. Thank you very much, guys and girls. Loads to talk about today. Oh, first off, I'd like to say sorry I went around this morning for the 10 o'clock show. I weren't feeling that well this morning. I ain't gonna lie, terrible headache. Felt like crap. So I couldn't make that 10 o'clock show. But I'm bringing you this one at 12 o'clock. As I'm not letting you guys down, so I'm still giving you a live video. Big up to everyone here. Go and smash that like, go and smash that subscribe. Got lots to unpack today, guys. Got lots to unpack. Big up to everyone in the chat as well. Big up Frank, big up Ibar, big up Doug, big up Gory. Psychedelic, Russell, Tony, Graham. Hope you're doing that. Essex Copite. Hope you're doing well, guys. Andrew Quinn in the chat. Devlad86. See a load of you in the chat. Big up all of you. Wayne. Hope you're all doing well, guys. Hope you're all doing well. Where do we start with all this? So, loads of transfer news to talk about. So, my video at 10 o'clock this morning was meant to be talking about Gomez and Salah off to Saudi. Then, obviously, I weren't available to do that video this morning. So, then I had this video set up for later on in the afternoon. But I thought I'd bring it to you earlier because I went around this morning talking about Gravenberch, where that looks like that deal could actually be happening now. So, I'm going to put everything into one video, guys. Let's put everything into one big, nice, lovely show. Let's talk about Salah first. Let's quickly talk about Mohamed Salah. So, apparently, there was talks progressing that Liverpool and Al Ittihad have spoken. Al Ittihad apparently are preparing an offer for 150 million for Liverpool for Mohamed Salah. Is 100 million guaranteed and 50 million in add-ons. An agreement would make the transfer the most expensive in the history of Saudi football, ahead of Neymar's 90 million. The Saudi club will offer Salah's salary. The Saudi club will offer Salah a salary similar to Neymar and Cristiano Ronaldo. As a reminder, the transfer window closes on September the 20th in Saudi Arabia. Therefore, they have more than 3 weeks to close the deal. Now, Liverpool is saying he's not for sale, and rightfully so. He's not for sale. He's Mohamed Salah. Why would we sell him? What is the point of selling Mohamed Salah? Are we going to buy anyone to replace Mohamed Salah? If the answer is no, then why sell him? Pointless selling him. The transfer window in this country shuts at midnight Friday. We got no time to find a Mo Salah replacement, so why would we sell Mo Salah? My worry in all this and my issue with all this is the fact that Saudi Arabia can go to the 20th of September to buy Mohamed Salah. Now, we know who our owners are, guys. We know who our owners are. They're FSG. In my opinion, now Jurgen Klopp can say he's not for sale, and rightly so as well. Me, Jamie Phillips, I can say he's not for sale. Booger Boy, Psychedelic in the chat, Tony, Frank Carlisle. We can all say Mohamed Salah's not for sale. But at the end of the day, there's only one person that owns our football club. And everybody has a price. Everybody has a price. And if they come with a price of Mohamed Salah, do we trust our owners not to sell him, guys? That is the big question right now. Let me know in the chat. If they come with a proper bid for Mohamed Salah, I mean a proper bid, by the 20th of September, do we trust our owners not to sell Mohamed Salah? That's the question I'm asking you guys in the chat. I'm asking that question in the chat, everyone in the chat right now. Do we trust our owners? Because for me, I wouldn't let Mo leave. I would not let Mo leave because he's one of our best players. He's be a legend at this football club. He's like our 5th all-time top goal scorer. This sort of stuff ain't easy to replace, guys. It really ain't. Why would you let him go? I wouldn't. Mo Salah needs to stay at Liverpool, in my opinion. My issue is, and I keep saying this, I've said it many times now, I'm only going to say this one more time. Salah, Liverpool can say he's not for sale, but words are cheap, in my opinion. I can easily say, oh, someone ain't for sale. Words are very cheap. I want to see action. Now, if clubs are coming in for Mo Salah and trying to offer big money for him this late in the window, the best way the club can act right now is to start offering Mo Salah a brand new contract. He's got 2 years left on his deal, guys. Next year he's got a year left, right? He's got 2 years left in his deal. This club should be acting. They should go, no, we don't want to sell Mo Salah. Mo Salah's not for sale for any price. So we're going to activate a brand new contract for Mo Salah. That's action. If the club started showing me that right now, I'll be like, yeah, this not for sale stuff is true. But in my opinion, the reason he's not for sale right now is because they haven't offered the right price. It's as simple as that. And if they offer the right price, I think we'll be in trouble, guys. Because their transfer window is open till the 20th of September. If on the 15th of September they go, right, this is our last and final offer, 200 million for Mo Salah, our FSG going to really turn 200 million pound down for a 31-year-old. Our owners go to turn down 200 million for a 31-year-old. Yes or no in the chat, guys. Let me know right now. It's the 15th of September. We've rid out all this Salah nonsense. But it's the 15th of September and we wake up that morning and our Ittihad have offered up 200 million for Mohamed Salah. Yes or no? Do our owners turn that down? Yes or no? Let me know in the chat right now. Let me know in the chat right now. Because if they do turn it down, they've got to offer him a new contract. And you've got to remember, if they do turn it down, that means they have to offer him a new contract because what you got to remember, guys, next year, he's only got a year left in his contract. No one's offering that money next year. You know, Salah's going to go for around 70, 80 million next year. Yeah. So do they take the more money now, knowing that we can't use it because our transfer deadline is finished? Or do they go, right, we're going to give them a brand new contract. If they don't give him a brand new contract, that means Mo Salah's leaving next year for a lot less money. So Zach said FSG won't even turn down 80 million. This is the worry about the Salah stuff right now, guys. this is my only issue with the Mo Salah stuff, because I love Mo Salah. He's one of my favourite ever Liverpool players, like a lot of people, and he's a great player. Yes, he might not be the Mo Salah of 2 or 3 years ago, because age is a natural thing, and you probably are not as good as you were in your 20s. So that's a fine thing to say. I don't mind saying that. But he'll still score goals and assists. He'll still get a lot of GA this season. He'll get a lot of goals and assists this season because he's Mohamed Salah. That's what he does, yeah. And I wouldn't let him go for anything. Personally, as a Liverpool fan, I'd try and sign up Mo Salah for life and give him a contract that's good enough to keep him at this club till the day he retires. That personally, that is what I would do, because I don't see the value in letting Mo Salah go. This is what we always got to think in transfer, guys. What's the value of letting a player go? Now, if we look at what West Ham have done, yeah, they've let their best player in Declan Rice go. And if you look at the 3 transfers they brought in, they pretty much made their team better. West Ham have made their team better by letting Declan Rice go and the players they have brought in. Ward-Prowse, I've been saying it for a while now, Ward-Prowse with better players will look like a better footballer, and that's what he's looking like right now. Now, I wouldn't have minded Ward-Prowse at Liverpool. I really wouldn't have, because I think he's a better footballer and people give him credit for. You put him around better players, he'll perform better. They've got Kudos in now. They're getting good players in at West Ham, and they're going to be a good team this season. When we sold Philippe Coutinho for 140 odd million quid, everyone at the time was a bit down and depressed. Liverpool fans are like, we're selling our best player for 140 million quid. We can't. Who do we replace for Philippe Coutinho with? Liverpool never really replaced Philippe Coutinho. What they did, they made the team better. Alisson came in, Virgil came in, Shaqiri came in, Fabinho came in. And them signings made our club better. We made our team better. We didn't replace Coutinho. We made the team better. Look at Tottenham Hotspur right now. Harry Kane left. They got players in that made their team a little bit better and can play better football this year. So with the Mo Salah thing, I wouldn't sell him personally, because I don't see any value in letting Mo Salah go if you're trying to buy a replacement for Mo Salah. I can see value in it if we sell Mo Salah and improve our football team by buying other players in other positions that we need filling. So if we sold Mo Salah at the end before the end of the transfer window, and we've got like 200 million quid to spend, Liverpool then should go and get a left-sided centre-back, another number 6, another number 8, and a young forward that can come on in a rotational play. That's 4 players. You buy them 4 players with the selling of Mohamed Salah and the money you got saved up for the Moises Caicedo stuff. Liverpool can improve their team. But if you're looking to get a player that will replace Mo Salah, they're not very, unless Vinny Jr. is available or Kylian Mbappe is available, then you're wasting your time. So Liverpool have got to understand what's going on here. Liverpool have got to understand what's going on here. It's all simple and easy to say, he's not for sale, he's not for sale, he's not for sale. Words are cheap. If they really want Mohamed Salah and their transfer window don't shut till the 20th of September, and they get an inkling that our owners are willing to sell Mo Salah for the right price, they're going to keep trying. They're going to keep trying till Liverpool show some action. Liverpool need to show some action. I need John W. Henry to come out in an interview. I need someone from the board of FSG to come out in an interview. Go on Liverpool TV. Do it on Twitter under the Liverpool Twitter. Do something like that. Broadcast it and say Mohamed Salah is not for sale, Liverpool fans. Do not worry. He is not going nowhere. I need to see more action than the cheap words that are coming out of the club right now. I need to see Liverpool do something to stop these rumours. I need to see action because I don't believe them. I don't believe them. Everyone's got a price. Everyone. And my worry is that they want Mohamed Salah really badly. And if they want Mohamed Salah really badly, they will not stop. Their transfer window is till the 20th. There's no point selling Mo Salah now because we ain't got time to do any of these things, like I just mentioned. Like getting players in to build our team up. We've got 3 days. You ain't got enough time to do any of that malarkey. So there's no value in selling Mo Salah right now. But the club should make an effort to make out that Mo Salah is going to stay at the football club till the day he retires. Give him a brand new contract. Give him a longer deal. That is what Liverpool got to be doing, in my opinion. That is what they got to look at doing. I want to see action. Words are cheap. Words are cheap. But that's all I'm going to say on the Mo Salah stuff because the Mo Salah stories go, and we can't keep repeating ourselves over the same thing every single video. So you know my feelings on it, guys. I wouldn't sell him. I would try and give him a brand new deal, but I don't. I worry that our owners don't see it like that. Unfortunately, that's the only problem there. Punjabi Firmino, big up for the super chat. He says I'll take Felix and Bowen if Salah was to go. Jamie. Look, I like Bowen. I've always rated Bowen. Everyone who's ever watched my channel for quite a while now will know I've always rated Jarrod Bowen as a footballer before it became fashionable. Because everyone apparently now rates Jarrod Bowen as a footballer. But a year or two ago, when I started this channel, I always talk about Jarrod Bowen. And I always said, he's a baller, man. He's a good footballer. You know, I wouldn't mind him at Liverpool. But not as Salah's replacement. You know, if you go and get, can you imagine going and get Jarrod Bowen as Salah's replacement? That is just like, I just like Jarrod Bowen as a footballer as part of our squad. I think he's a good player. You know, Jarrod Bowen off the bench is a decent footballer. Jarrod Bowen playing some games when others can't. He's a good footballer. I like Jarrod Bowen. I think he's decent. And a lot of people are really starting to talk about Jarrod Bowen now as well, which I like because I think Jarrod Bowen's starting to get his flowers now because he's a good footballer and he deserves it. But that's my thing on the end of Mo Salah, guys. If any news cut, if we do sell him, or there is a massive offer for Mo Salah, I will go live with it. But I'm not really going to try and talk too much about it now. I'll just finish on that. The offer they've offered, 100 million guaranteed and 50 million in add-ons. The add-ons are almost impossible for Salah to get. So Liverpool go turn that down flat. I want 150 million up front guaranteed and 50 million in add-ons and 200 million if you go sell Mo Salah personally. But look, that's all I'm going to say on that subject. Bowen is a Rodgers era signing. He is. I like him, Vic. I ain't gonna lie. I think in a squad, I think he's all right. I think he's a decent little player. So there's rumours that they did bid 85 million and it got turned down. Now, I don't know if it's completely true. Liverpool are obviously very aware that they want Salah because Liverpool made these statements. So there's obviously a lot of truth in the information that we're all getting, but a bid is different, as you say. Joe Gomez. So Joe Gomez last night. So last night there was the same club at El Ittihad. I don't know where it is in Liverpool, but they were looking at Joe Gomez apparently. Do they get? I mean, I don't know where that comes. Apparently, they want some more defensive stability in their team. They're looking for defensive leaders, and Joe Gomez's name apparently popped up from nowhere. So, but apparently that's been knocked back now. I think El Ittihad have gone and looking at another defender. I can't remember his name is right now from Europe, but yeah, Joe Gomez's name came up in conversations apparently. But that got knocked back. But that's not stopped the Joe Gomez rumours, guys. We're hearing today that West Ham, that's the one, Ali, big up. West Ham are looking at Joe Gomez as well. So this is my issue. Guys. My problem with all us selling all these players, is that all clubs now think Liverpool are a selling team. And this is becoming my issue a little bit. All clubs are thinking Liverpool are a selling team, that you can buy our players all of a sudden. Now, we haven't been a selling team for years because we keep all our players. We don't usually let players go until this summer when we're letting players leave for the first time. And now all clubs think Liverpool are a selling team. And that's a little bit of a worry for me because what do they know that we don't know? Joe Gomez, the club have said it. Joe Gomez is not for sale. None of our squad players are for sale right now because we're so into the transfer window. Now, if someone came in for Joe Gomez at the beginning of the summer, I think the club would have sold him. But right now, with 3 days left of the window, there's no way we can be selling Joe Gomez. Look, Joe Gomez, I thought, put in a very, very good performance against Newcastle. I've already rated what Joe Gomez did against Newcastle, and that sort of performance makes me happy because that's the sort of performance I want to see from Joe Gomez more regularly. Then we've got a good defender on our hands, and we won't talk bad about him anymore. Keeps himself fit and plays like he did against Newcastle and shows that leadership. Then we're all happy with Joe Gomez. But the club are not going to sell Joe Gomez this late on in the window. They're just not. They're just not. It'd have to be a ridiculous transfer. It would really have to be. As with the super chat, do you think we're signing anyone before the window shuts? Yes, my man. I'm going to talk about that right now. We're going to get K-Mac on as well to chat about that as well. Here he is. John Lennon's son is in the building.
I've heard that quite a lot. It's weird. How you doing, mate?
Yeah, I'm doing all right. We're just going through these.
You're non-stop at the moment, aren't you? Since you wake up in the morning till you go to sleep.
This is the thing. Being a Liverpool YouTuber, it's just I've got to give all the Liverpool news. Some people don't like me talking about this news. We know who them people are, but you know, this is what I've got to do, man. This is what this channel's about. It's what people want to hear, and I don't. Look, the Mo Salah stuff's not going to go away till the 20th of September, in my opinion, and it's a bit of a worry about the Mo Salah stuff, and I won't go on about it too much more, but I keep saying it. I don't trust our owners. If a good offer comes in for Mo Salah, even if our transfer deadline's finished, I think they'll accept it. I don't want it to do. I want to see more action. I want to see our club actually sit down with Mo Salah and offer him a new deal. But I don't see that happening. I really don't. But I don't really want to talk about much more about Mo Salah because otherwise we'll be here every day of the week. Sort of about other players outgoings. Joe Gomez was linked last night with Ittihad as well, but they got and signed a Brazilian centre back, I do believe now. And then West Ham out of nowhere came at West Ham rumours today. They saw that Joe Gomez performance and thought, hang on, we could do with a bit of that. What do you reckon these Joe Gomez rumours? Because personally, I think it's too late now. But what do you reckon?
I don't think Gomez will go. I think that's not for sale. Mainly because Canate is injured, and Matip looks like a car crash. So, I'm really, really, really worried about even playing Matip now. And the encouraging sign is Quansah, but I just hope that Klopp doesn't think that we don't need a centre back because Quansah played one good 20-minute game.
Yeah,
that's not a barometer to use at all for a Premier League season. There's rumours that we're really looking at Kinapache, who plays for Bayer Leverkusen. But the only issue with him is his agent is Caicedo's agent. So who the feck knows what would happen with that one?
Yeah, exactly.
But his agent probably should do us a favour because we probably got him about a £20 million signing on fee because of the Chelsea debacle, and we fell for that one hook, line, and sinker. So who knows?
I think with 3 days to go of the transfer window, or whatever it is, Liverpool need to be busy. I don't think we'll sell anyone, because if we sell anyone now, it'd be ludicrous because it leaves us short, and we're short already. The Joe Gomez stuff's interesting, but as you rightly say, K-Mac, Liverpool got Canate injured at the moment. Van Dijk's got a match suspension. He might get even more because he was mouthing off to the refs after. So we can't afford to let Joe Gomez go. And as I said, if Gomez performs like he did against Newcastle, I'm quite happy with Joe Gomez being part of this team if they're the kind of performances he's going to put in. But he put in them performances because we changed the system. We didn't play a high line and it suited him better. Same like we did when we played against Man City at Anfield last season. We played a much deeper line and played counter-attacking football. Joe Gomez was excellent in that game. Then the following week when we play Gomez again, we go back to the high line and Gomez didn't look as good. There's a reason. We're playing players in positions and in a system that don't suit them right now. And if we do it better, these players will look better for us and we won't be slagging them off. But you're not really allowed to talk about Klopp in his system because you get everyone will come for you. But
you might start getting banned off YouTube for doing that now.
Yeah. You know what I mean? You're not allowed to talk about the system. It's all the players' faults and the owners' faults. No, Gomez ain't for sale. We can't sell him right now. I mean, it'd have to take a ridiculous offer of something like 70 million or something like that for Joe Gomez. If you get that, I don't blame him because you're probably never going to see that again.
I know.
But Liverpool
Billy Cometo's going out on loan apparently.
Yeah,
so
League 2 side, isn't it? Yeah, League 2 side.
We'll leave ourselves so short, and I don't think anyone's after Nat now, but I would say Nat might still be an outgoing because, I mean, he's not even. Did he even play in the pre-season? I can't even remember seeing him in the pre-season now. Like Nat Phillips. So I don't know. Like, at the end of the day, we've had so many outgoings. I think it's 9 now, and 3 come in. Like, it's just not good enough. It just really isn't good enough. Like, and to lose more would just be a farce. It really would. Like, and the whole thing about the transfer window ending and this continuing, that really is a worry. Because if Salah puts a transfer request in after the window's closed, and they offer, plus 100 million, I can't see them turning it down. And even if they came in for a Gomez, like, I can't see them turning it down. Like, money's money in it with them. The thing about this as well is, I know you're talking about giving Salah a new contract. We need to be giving bloody Alisson a new contract.
Yeah, I mean,
we need to get that done and dusted. Like, he is the best goalie on this planet by a country mile. Like, and we're going to need him this season at this rate. Like,
that's a great point. Alisson Becker is
like, massively. I think he's got 2 years left.
He got 2 years left in his deal as well.
That needs to get done ASAP. Like, no one needs to come near him, or if they do, they're offering 200 million.
Like, if he's only got 2 years left in his deal, that can't wait till next season to be done. That needs to be done right now. Let me have a look.
Oh, absolutely. 300k a week deserved. Yeah, absolutely. Like, he has to be one of our highest paid player easy. Like,
his contract expires in 2027.
Oh, does it? Oh, okay. So we got that sorted.
We're all right.
We got that sorted. I can't remember when that got signed then.
He did a contract renewal back in 2021.
Oh, okay.
That's good news. And his contract expires in 2027, June the 30th, not 2027. So
okay, that's good news.
We're all right there till next year probably. Next year is when they're going to have to look at the Alisson issue, because, as you say, he's the best goalkeeper in the world and he's our best player at the moment. There's no doubt about that. But look, let's talk about some incomings maybe. Lots of rumours going on this morning, as you expect, because the whole world knows Liverpool need midfielders. Right. There's no point talking about defenders, guys, because Liverpool have said it themselves. They're not going to buy any defenders in, because as they see it, K-Mac's already said about it, we've got Virgil, Canate, Matip, Joe Gomez, and Kwanzaa, and Nat Phillips. So that's 6 centre-backs. As far as Liverpool are concerned, they have 6 centre-backs fit and ready to go this season. Who you put blame on that? I don't know. I think Klopp has a lot of say in that. I mean, I've already told everyone, the way these owners work is value. They're not to go to buy a player for that player not to play. It's as simple as that. So if you've got 6 centre-backs at the football club, unless 3 of them leave, Liverpool ain't buying centre-backs. So that's going in the midfield area, which we all desperately know we need. Now, I personally don't think we'll go buy another number 6, K-Mac. I don't know about yourself, but...
No, we're not. We're not.
Taro Endo was
He's it.
Klopp's choice. So, look, we can tell that he's got Klopp's trust straight away. Everyone was coming out and saying this is another Arthur Melo signing. Nothing like that at all.
No, it's not.
No, he made his full debut away to Newcastle. He made his debut against 10 men at home with Liverpool. Bournemouth, sorry. So, I feel for Taro Endo a little bit.
Too, big time.
Being thrown straight in there. So this is a player that Klopp obviously really likes, really trusts, because he's throwing him in there straight away without any issue at all. So we're looking for that hybrid. We're looking for a genuine Wijnaldum replacement. And that's why I got the man on the thumbnail, Ryan Gravenberch, who I think is a genuine Wijnaldum replacement. I've always liked Ryan Gravenberch. I've spoke about this kid for a while now. Even when he was back at Ajax, I really liked him. I went in Liverpool going by him when he was at Ajax. He was meant to be one of the next wonder kids, wasn't he, at Ajax? There was a lot of talk about him. People say he's the next big thing. He's been one of these up-and-coming teenagers like a Bellingham, like a Camavinga, like a Chouameni. These young guys that are coming through, they're the next. He's one with the next ones off the rank sort of thing. But it's not worked for him at Bayern Munich for reasons I'm not sure, because I don't follow German football. But it's not worked for him at Bayern Munich. But strong links now came out, Liverpool and Gravenberch. Bayern Munich look like they've caved in a little bit and now willing to listen to offers. 3 days left of the transfer window. In my opinion, this football club want Ryan Gravenberch. What do you reckon happens?
So the Gravenberch thing, like when he was at Ajax, he was a wonder kid. Like he was insane. Yeah. Like he's tall, he's rangy, he's got the skills, he's got the fitness. Like he was destined to go on to great things. And when he went to Bayern Munich, he was like 16 million. He was put on really high wages. He just doesn't suit Bayern's system. He just doesn't suit Bayern's system. He's 5th in their pecking order now. I think he needs a move. Personally, I don't think he's going to make it at Bayern. And Tuchel's quite a hard manager to work under. To be fair, like if you're not in his good books, like from day one, then you're pretty much out the door. For me, Klopp really rates him, or either Pep Lijnders really rates him. Either one. Pep's in Klopp's ear saying you need to get this guy, or Klopp's liked him from day one. I don't know. And you know what he's like. Once he likes a player, that's it. Like he will just keep on going after the guy until he gets him. And if he doesn't get him, he'll still probably try. For me, we just need bodies in the door. Like we really do. We still haven't got Thiago. We still haven't got Curtis Jones back yet. Stefan Bajcetic isn't a DM. Gravenberch can play a number 8 and can play a DM. So he's quite versatile. And he's a big lad who can run as well, which is something that we definitely need in midfield. I would take him now. I really would. However, we are also linked with Thuram and Kone again. So, at the end of the day, we've already had conversations with all of their agents. So any 3 of them, I think, could just land on the last day of the window. But the thing about the Gravenberch deal is they are quite susceptible to maybe a loan, and the Man United link with McTominay going the opposite way is something which is being mooted. So
that's the
are we going to go and nick another Man United bound player?
that I heard this last night about Bayern Munich wants Scott McTominay. That can't be true. I know Tuchel's a bit weird.
That was on Sky Sports, by the way. So it's normally quite It doesn't go to Sky Sports if it hasn't got a bit of legs.
That is absolute madness. That if
nuts.
Scott McTominay is wanted by Bayern Munich, what is Tuchel doing? I know he's a bit weird, but that don't make no sense to me. You got Ryan Gravenberch.
The Kane deal makes a lot of sense. Like,
yeah,
he's
Kane. He's one of the best strikers in the world. So yeah. But
McTominay,
when you got Gravenberch, Konrad Laimer, you got Kimmich.
Just move Kimmich in there.
I mean, what? I don't know. Look, I think Liverpool do really rate Gravenberch as that future player that I think he can be. I think people tag him as lazy without actually watching him play, which irritates me. I can't sit here and say Ryan Gravenberch is a lazy player or has got an attitude problem because I don't watch German football. I don't know the situation that's going on between him and Bayern Munich. He might have an attitude problem where he doesn't understand why he's not playing. If he's kept himself fit and he's good in training and he's not getting picked, then you're right to ask questions as a player.
He thinks he's good enough to play, which he backs himself. I don't mind a player backing himself, by the way.
Neither do I.
Like Curtis Jones did it. Like Curtis Jones backed himself. For me, you just have to watch Gravenberch at Ajax. You can't watch his time at Bayern Munich. He's played I think it's 50 games maybe in 2 seasons.
Yeah,
he ain't got a huge amount to go off, and a lot of them are subs.
It's just not working for him at Bayern Munich. That means he's a bad player. I mean, people look at that a lot and he's not playing at Bayern Munich. Why should we go and buy him? Sometimes players just don't feel at home at another club. Something's just not working out. Or there's players that play for a club and they play continuously, but they're not great players at the same time. So I like Gravenberch. I think if he came to Liverpool, look, I know a lot of people were saying, well, if he comes to Liverpool, he's not a guaranteed starter, exactly the same as Bayern Munich. And that's a fair point to make. But he might feel, I don't know, more at home under Jurgen Klopp and at Liverpool. And, it might be a lot easier for him to make his move in the Liverpool midfield as well. You got Thiago there, McAllister, Szoboszlai. When you put that all together, that starts to sound like a much better midfield. Ryan Gravenberch, Thiago, McAllister, Szoboszlai, Curtis Jones, Wataru Endo, Stefan Bajcetic. That off the tongue, K-Mac. That sounds like a much better midfield, don't it?
Yeah, it's better players, more high caliber players. For me, I don't want to be relying on Stefan Bajcetic as our 6th choice midfielder because you just don't know what you're going to get with Thiago, by the way. And the Thiago links to Barcelona are not going away, by the way. And you haven't seen him this season, so just bear that in mind. He's still not available, so don't be surprised if he might leave because he's always been available to leave. It was his choice that he didn't leave when the Spanish bids came in, and also the rumours from Saudi Arabia. And something else I will also mention as well: don't rule out Dubai league going in for some players, because Dubai are now starting to look at players as well, and Coutinho could be off to Dubai. So they're now starting to look at maybe snatching a few Premier League players over to their league. So it's all happening. But I don't mind. If you get Gravenberch, if you get Kone, if you get Thuram, any of those guys, I just want another body in. I really do want another body that can play a DM role. I really do. Yeah. I think we need one.
It's that hybrid kind of player they're looking for, and I get it as well. You got Thuram, Gravenberch, Kone, they can all play that hybrid kind of role. And there's another player as well that I actually really rate, and it could have some legs, and that's Douglas Luiz. Now, I like Douglas Luiz, and Liverpool, apparently today, Liverpool been in contact with Aston Villa about Douglas Luiz to see if he is available. Now,
he is available.
He is, and that's the thing. Douglas Luiz apparently is available. Now, I don't know about everyone in the chat. You guys in the chat might not like this, might not rate him, but I like Douglas Luiz, and
I do too.
He would fit that hybrid role that Liverpool are looking for in that 6-8 sort of midfielder. It's just a shame he can't bring Alicia Lehmann with him anymore. But he's a quality player, man. He's a quality player that I think Villa will be. And Douglas Luiz will count as homegrown as well, because he believe he was at City, weren't he? He's a young guy.
Yeah. Yeah, he
So
was
we
at City for a long time.
So we account as homegrown.
I think he's like 30 million, by the way. Like, I don't think he's anything over 30 million.
Is that it?
I don't think he'll be that much more.
30 million.
I don't see 60 million. I just don't. If someone put 60 in the chat, I don't. The crazy thing is, the Kamara guy who plays next to him, who's like better for me, we could have had him on a free transfer. You could have had him on a free transfer, but Gerrard got him.
Yeah, I don't think Liverpool rated him enough to go and get him, and that's the thing. But
Villa will sell him. A lot of people are saying Villa won't sell him. They will sell him. He is available. Trust me, he's available. He's linked with West Ham. He's linked with Tottenham. You know, a player I really want, and this might not. This like a no frills player, by the way, but he'd be absolutely fantastic as a DM for us, and he's available. Højbjerg from Tottenham.
Yeah, he looks like he's going Man United.
Just no nonsense. No nonsense.
Yeah. He looks like he's off to Man United, I think.
He's out of favour. Like, seriously. There's so many out there, mate. There really is.
There is a lot of like defensive-minded players that Liverpool could go and get that can come into this team and help out there. There is no doubt about that, but it's what the manager and that like. I've been saying this for a while now. You know, Liverpool I keep saying this, there's players all over Europe that go to other clubs that everyone keeps mentioning in Liverpool chats all the time. Why ain't Liverpool after him? Why ain't Liverpool after him? Because they're like 30 or 40 million, good wages, good age, going to certain clubs. And I always say it, yes, they're FSG kind of signings for price, transfer, age, all that sort of stuff, value. But maybe, just maybe, our manager don't fancy them. You know what I mean? And
that's the word. Don't fancy them.
And if he doesn't, they're not going to buy him, in my opinion. But as someone like a Douglas Luiz, who I believe, I've just checked, I think he's only got a year left on his contract as well. So
okay, that's a lot cheaper now.
If he's only got a year left on his deal, he will count as homegrown. Liverpool have got a homegrown issue at the club at the moment. It makes a lot of sense. It makes a lot of sense. I think, yeah, Douglas Luiz is only 25 as well. It's the age group we go for. It's that, that's that age. McAllister, Szoboszlai, 25 and under, ain't it? Yeah. And he's proven in the Premier League.
Is he from City's academy?
Yeah, he's from City's academy. So he'd be classed.
Well, there you go. Just get him.
He'd be classed as home. He'd be classed as homegrown.
Just get him. From City's academy, he's going to be great.
I would literally. Now I'm thinking about it.
Doesn't he play really well against us as well? Hasn't he had a couple of really good games against us?
He's actually a really good footballer. I think we come into a thing where he plays for Villa. How good can he be? He's actually a good footballer. He's a good player. Just go and get him. Just like he would work in this Liverpool midfield right now, guys. Can you imagine? Like you got Douglas Luiz, Endo, Stefan Bajcetic, McAllister, Szoboszlai, Thiago, Curtis Jones, Harvey Elliott. Decent midfield quarter. That's a decent midfield, guys. And Douglas Luiz would do a job. He's Premier League proven. He's a good Premier League footballer. Good midfielder. He's got good attributes about his game. It makes perfect sense for us to go and try and get this transfer done, which is why Liverpool probably won't. But yeah, he can't as homegrown. He's only 25. He's only got a year left on his contract at Villa. His value is probably going to be attainable to buy. Villa are apparently opening to letting him go this summer. It just makes sense for Liverpool go and get him. And he's Brazilian, ain't he? So like just Oh yeah, I'd literally. I'm thinking about it now. Between him and Ryan Gravenberch, I mean, I'd get both. But yeah, Douglas Luiz makes sense to me.
For him and Gravenberch, I get Luiz because Luiz has got bags of experience.
Yeah.
He's got like 3 seasons under his belt or something at Villa, hasn't he? Did he play? Who did he play for before Villa? Did he play for someone else before Villa, or did he go from City to Villa?
Let me have a look.
Can you let us know in the chat?
Let me
Someone just wrote, our transfer team is hopeless. I don't think our transfer team's hopeless, by the way. I just think the manager doesn't want them. I think the transfer team actually proposed some really good players to the manager, but he just doesn't want them. He doesn't fancy them. Some of the guys that we've had first dibs at is crazy. Some of the names, like Enzo, Caiçedo, like even the centre back at Arsenal. Who's that French centre back at Arsenal?
Yeah, I know what you mean.
We had first dibs at him as well. Like, so many players.
Where's Douglas Luiz? Right, Douglas Luiz. He was a Man City. The Man City bought him in 2017 from Caiçedo da Gama for 12 million.
Really, they paid 12 million.
Yeah, in July 15th, 2017, Vasco da Gama, they paid 12 million. Then he went on loan to a Spanish team, Girona, is it? And then Man City eventually sold him to Aston Villa for 16 million in 2019.
Okay.
So
make a huge amount of money on him.
His contract. No, guys, he hasn't got a year left in his contract. His contract expires in 2026. So he's got 2 bit years left in his contract.
He'll be 30 plus then, 30 million plus.
Yeah. So I would literally go and get him. His agents are the Sport Investment UK Limited, who Liverpool dealt with before. I think he's had 9 Brazilian caps. So I would
as well.
Yeah, Douglas Luiz, that's the one there, a bigger. That's the one. I don't
understand why they're selling him. Like, I don't understand why they're selling him. To be fair,
they got all new players in that area now, ain't they? I think Kamara's taken like his.
I think so too. Yeah, that position. Palacios, who Tony Hawes wrote, he plays for Leverkusen. He is incredible.
Leverkusen,
he's an incredible player.
I've been just reading up on this. So Bayer Leverkusen believe he's the best DM in world football.
Yeah. Man United tried to get him last season, and Leverkusen just said he is not for sale at any price.
Yeah,
he's not going anywhere.
Yeah,
he is special. He played all the Argentine games as well, like for them to win the World Cup. Like,
he's an exceptional, but by Leverkusen,
they have got some serious players. Leverkusen,
like they by Leverkusen rating extremely high. You know, it'd have to be a ridiculous fee to even let them talk. So yeah, I don't ever see that happening. Look, the way I look at it, it could be between Ryan Gravenberch and Douglas Luiz. That's who it could be between. Look, personally, it shouldn't be between. Liverpool should just go and get both.
I agree.
Just go and get both, man. Just go and get both, because then you got your Thiago replacement for next season without having to go in the market again. You know what I mean? Just
100%.
Just go and get it. Obviously, that Andre from Fluminense, that could still happen in January, when I think Liverpool might go for him back in January. His release clause this summer was a lot more than people actually realised. I think it was something like 60-odd million quid. Yeah. And that no one's going to pay that for a release clause from a player from the Brazilian league. It just ain't going to happen, because once in January, when that release clause is not longer active, you go pick him up for 20-odd million. So, yeah, I do think the Liverpool Andre talks have gone quiet right now because they're not doing a deal this summer. But I believe in January. And you got to remember as well, there was no actual point buying him this summer, because I think he's already played like 30-odd games. You know, he's played a lot of games already. He'd be exhausted. So you might as well buy him in January. So watch out for that one. I think that might happen in January, but who else is out there? I mean, I don't know.
If
Have you
if
seen?
I'm completely honest, like I
Yeah.
would just like I would, if we have got this money, this money that we was spending on Caicedo, just go and get Paulinho. Like he's just there. Like Fulham are selling players. Like they've just sold Mitrovic, Tossa and Amrabara, who's their centre back, who I actually rate as well. He played really well for them last season. He's from Man City's youth team as well, by the way. He's just gone on strike for a move to Monaco. He's available really cheap. He's only got 1 year left on his contract. He's a left-sided centre back, by the way, as well. Paulinho, just throw 50 million at least test the water. At least test the water. I think West Ham offered like 50 million a couple of weeks ago, and they said no. But like things are different now. Like they're selling players. Like they might lose their manager as well. Like William might go as well, by the way. Like they're losing players. Like players want to leave. So just throw 60 million at him. Like you'll probably get him. He's ready made. He goes straight in as our DM. Like he's 28, by the way. Like he's just turned 28, I think. It doesn't really matter about age, does it? We've just signed a 30-year-old.
I mean, yeah, that is a good point. We have just bought a 30-year-old Tyro Indu, so
Paulinho is really, really good. Like really good.
He's a fantastic DM. I just don't think we're in the market for an out-and-out DM now. I just don't. I just don't see this team out and out for a proper DM. I think they just want that hybrid kind of midfielder, like a Gini Wijnaldum now, and I think they'd be happy with their midfield then. Polina is someone we should have probably looked at the beginning of the window instead of messing around with all these other players. I agree, but we got who we got now. But I think they want this hybrid kind of player, like Douglas Luiz and Gravenberch. Now I just reading something on Twitter about Ryan Gravenberch. So Florian Plettenberg, who, by the way, gets a lot of things right, especially German transfers. He was the first one who mentioned about Sadio Mane going to Bayern Munich, and then people were saying he was wrong, and then he was right on the transfer. So apparently Liverpool and Bayern Munich have been in negotiations this morning about Ryan Gravenberch. So it's no official bidding or anything like that yet, guys. No bid or anything, but apparently Liverpool got people out there in Germany right now talking to Bayern Munich about Ryan Gravenberch. So that is a story that is probably going to go all the way till deadline day. Remember, he's only in Germany. It's an easy flight over. It's easy to do.
That was reported about 2 weeks ago that we had our chief scout, Hunter, over there. Sorry, Fallows. It was Fallows and Hunter. We had them over there watching him, but he didn't actually play. He was on the bench. I think it was in the cup final against Leipzig where they got battered.
Yeah.
but he didn't come on. But apparently we had them over there negotiating. Do you think that'll be a loan, or do you think that'll be a sale? Because I think he's going to cost a lot more than everyone's saying. They're saying like 30 million. I think he's 50 minimum.
I think it'd be one of them loans to buy. I think that's what it could be. This late on in the transfer window, by the look of it now, Bayern Munich have been a bit weird on this transfer with Ryan Gravenberch. They obviously don't want to play him. He's not. I don't think he's featured for them this season yet at all. I don't think he's featured at all yet this season. So he's obviously not wanted by Bayern Munich. But they keep going around like, oh, he's not for sale. We're not sure. Tuchel's not sure on him yet. Yeah, Tuchel's very sure on him. He didn't use him last season. And I don't think he's used him yet this season. So he obviously is not rating him. Now, we're so late in the transfer window. They're getting players in Bayern Munich. They got covered there. So do they just loan him? Maybe that's the thing they do. We loan him in with an option to buy him the following summer. I know Klopp's not big on loaning players. You look at all the players that have come into Liverpool on loan before. Klopp's barely played them because he likes players that are here permanently, that will play for the badge, that will play for the club. And, listen to his coaching. If you've got a player who are on loan who knows he's going to go back to his club the following year, Klopp don't really trust that player, does he? We've seen it before. So
it feels like he's not the one that loaned them.
yeah, but with
That's what
Ryan
it feels like.
with Ryan Gravenberch, I think it'll be different this time because it looks like a player Klopp wants. So I don't know what you reckon came out. You reckon this Gravenberch stuff is going to be going to right till transfer deadline day?
I don't know. I just think that's it, mate. I still do. Like I've said it for quite a while now that I think those three players are the ones Klopp wanted, and that's it. Like, you know what he's like. He's not going to surprise us because he never surprises us. So we might be surprised by players leaving. I just don't think we're going to get anyone. I just don't. Like, it's going to be a case of, oh well, Thiago's back. It's like having a new signing. That crap that we always hear. I mean, we can be linked with all these players like Arthur Theatre. I think he's absolutely brilliant. Like, he would be a great signing. All these players are going to go to other clubs, and I can see all the other clubs having really like crazy transfer windows in the last 3 days, and us being linked with everyone, and it'll be nothing. If anything, it will be a last-minute loan deal for Gravenberch, and that's it. Honestly, I just don't see it. I'm sorry.
No, I agree.
I really want us to get these players, but we just haven't, and we're normally just done and dusted. Like, we normally got all of this sorted, and we're just watching everyone else like pay over the odds and do whatever, and all their fans go crazy, and we're normally sat here going, yeah, great, we've got our like 5 players or 3 players or whatever, but that's it.
Yeah, and I keep saying this as well, like, when you've got to remember about our owners, they look for value in the market, yeah, which is my problem with the owners because they're not willing to spend money on players to sit on the bench. They're just not. And teams nowadays are willing to spend money for players to sit on the bench and have a squad. That is what FSG will not pay a player 140 grand a week and he's not playing. They will look at it and go, why is he not playing? We're paying him 140 grand a week. Now, why is he not playing? We won't do that. And that is my problem with this ownership. They don't realise now football is a squad game. You're going to have to pay players that sit on the bench. You just do. If you want a good squad that can achieve things in the future, you're going to have these sort of players. You just have to. But our ownership are not like that. And that's the issue there. But they've got to. And at the same time, I do believe our manager looks at players differently to the way we look at players. Jurgen Klopp rated Jordan Henderson highly, more than fans did. He just did. He didn't want Klopp. Klopp said it. He didn't want Henderson to leave this summer. Right, at 33, he didn't want Henderson to leave this summer. He didn't want James Milner to leave. Now, people will come back at me and go, well, that's not because Jamie, that's because he knew he weren't getting upgrades on them players. But we got Szoboszlai and McAllister in who upgrade on them players. So did he want to keep Milner and Henderson and have Szoboszlai and McAllister at the same time? At the end of the day, we just got to look at it for the fact that it is Klopp likes players that we don't. It's as simple as that. Klopp likes players we don't. And he likes Wataru Endo. Wataru Endo is Klopp's boy. And people will keep saying, oh, he's just saying these things to make everyone happy and cheery and all that. He ain't. When he actually says, I wanted Wataru Endo, I tried to buy him 3 years ago, but our owners said no because of his age. And I had to beg our owners this time to buy him in because I wanted him. Tells you everything. He ain't lying. He ain't lying. Wataru and the proof's in the pudding. He plays.
I'll tell you what, I wouldn't have mind seeing him 3 years ago.
Yeah.
When we needed a bloody midfielder.
Exactly. Amrabat, guys. Liverpool are not going to buy Amrabat. I don't think Klopp really rated him anyway. But, again, an FSG kind of signing, people will say, around the age, the price, the wages. Yeah. Does our manager like him? All right, I'll tell you where our manager liked, yeah? And I do blame the club for this. Our manager liked Lavia. That's who Klopp wanted as his DM. I think Klopp wanted to keep Fabinho and get Lavia in, and then eventually Lavia would take over Fabinho. That was, I think, what he wanted to do.
And that's
And
not a bad plan, by the way.
It's
that
not
was
a bad
not a bad plan.
But then our club got an offer they couldn't turn down for Fabinho, so they took it. And then we were rushing around to get Lavia in. But the club messed up. The club and George Schmack, or whoever it is in charge, messed up and should have just paid the money for Lavia, what Southampton wanted, instead of us being very arrogant in that transfer window and going like, we're big old Liverpool. You're going to give us your player for cheaper because we're Liverpool. And that's just arrogance. Just pay the money Southampton wanted, because 50 million is not a lot of money in football. So just pay the money they wanted. And Lavia would have been a Liverpool player. I don't think Liverpool. I never once thought that Klopp wanted Caiçedo. And let me just talk about this PR bollocks. I need a. Right, I'm going to finish. I need to talk about this because this does my head.
Can we go back to the Lavia thing for a sec though?
Go on and go for it.
So we lowballed them, and I genuinely felt like this was a George Smack thing, because he's been renowned for being a really bad person to do transfer business with.
Yeah.
I think we lowballed them too much.
We did.
And then when we did actually offer the money, we actually didn't give him the wages that we should have given him, because we lowballed the wages and we got outbid on the wages by Chelsea, by quite a lot.
I think the wages we offered him were probably good wages for a 19-year-old who's only played 35 games.
But if you're going up against Chelsea...
But Chelsea would go stupid.
Yeah.
He's never going to play for Chelsea. He'd be sold in 2 years' time.
Yeah.
But the club messed up on... The club completely messed up on Lavia. I'm not blaming anyone but the club on that.
That should have just been done.
Yeah. The Moises Caicedo stuff. Now, I've seen Stephen Warnock, who said in a video today, because he works on Liverpool TV, but he works for Sky Sports as well, and he said it was a PR stunt, right? These people are born upside down, right?
This guy knows nothing.
Right? It can't be a PR... Right, guys, this is why it's not a PR stunt. The Brighton CEO came out on video talking about the sale of Moises Caicedo and said the money was there for Moises Caicedo from Liverpool. It was a legal bid, which means the money financially Brighton saw Liverpool had 110 million to sign him. So it wasn't a PR stunt. It was just the club are useless. That's what it is. The club are like, can you imagine being like, oh, it was a PR stunt? So if Liverpool did a PR stunt, you do know it makes Liverpool look worse, yeah? PR stunts are meant to make you look better, guys. Not go, oh, we're going to bid 110 million for a footballer we ain't got 110 million for, which is an illegal approach, by the way, guys. I'm just telling you right now. You can't bid for somebody if you haven't got that money. It's called an illegal approach. You can't actually do that. Bids can only get accepted when the opposition team see that you've actually got the money to pay for that player. It's the only time bids can get accepted. Otherwise, it's an illegal approach, and Brighton could do Liverpool and complain to them, to the Premier League and the FA, and Liverpool can get done for doing an illegal approach, right? So let's get that one out of the way with first, where everyone thinks it'll be right? What it is that Liverpool are just idiots, and we got idiots running the asylum. You know, you got Billy Hogan doing that job. You got George Schmack doing that job. You got Jurgen Klopp doing that job. 3 people running in our football club are trying to buy 3 different players when one person in our football club should be buying all the players. It's as simple as that. The club's a joke, right? And then people talking about where's the money gone? Where's the money gone? I can't keep saying this. We are in the year 2023 and people still don't know how FSG work as a club. They look for value for money. They saw value for money in Caicedo, which is why they bid. They did not see value for money in Lavia, is why they didn't go to the price that Southampton valued them at. That money will sit in their bank account till they see value in a player they go for. It's as simple as that, guys. I can't keep saying this. I don't like it, because they don't overpay on players. They probably never will, really. But they look for players with value. And that's why they've not used the money yet to spend by anyone. I don't like it. I'm telling everyone right now, I hate it. But FSG look for different things in players that we do. Ryan Gravenberch will tick every box because he's young. He's got value in the market. Also, he's got value that they can make money out of him. You've got to remember this, guys. The FSG look for sale on value as well of a footballer, which is completely wrong. We shouldn't do that, but that's what we do. So Ryan Gravenberch, they can go and buy him for 30, 40 million. He plays for 3 or 4 years. Liverpool can then sell him in 4 years and probably make their money back and more, right? So that's value to FSG. That is what they do. That's what they do. It's as simple as that. They see value in the market. So the offer that went in for Caiçedo was legit and it was legal. That's why it's not a PR stunt. Now, you can say it's a PR stunt in a different way. You can say it's a PR stunt in a different way where you say they had the money and they bid for Caiçedo, but they knew they weren't buying him. You can say that's a PR stunt in that way. I agree with. Like, they had the money. They made a legal approach of Caiçedo. But Liverpool always knew that Caiçedo was never going to join Liverpool. Then you can say that's a PR stunt that way. But say it's not a PR stunt of the fact that Liverpool never had the money. You can't make an illegal approach, guys. Can you, K-Mac? It's as simple as that.
The thing about that is if we think about it as it was a PR stunt and we bid it knowing that we'd never get him, why did we bid 111 million? Like,
exactly.
because he was available for 100 million.
Yeah.
He was available for 100 million. And that's what Brighton wanted. Brighton wanted 100 million from Chelsea. We went to 111 million because we knew Chelsea had an FFP issue and they couldn't outbid us. So we knew about that caveat, which is why we bid 111 million. Otherwise, it was just a weird number to say when we could have just bid 100 million. So I don't believe that. And also, I think a lot of people need to know as well that Warnock used to work for LFC TV, and he doesn't work for them anymore. And he moved to Sky and CBS in the US. Look into that how you will. Is that him having a dig at Liverpool because he didn't get the job that he wanted to stay in at LFC TV? I don't know, but
yeah,
look at it how you want. Is that just someone who just wants to have a dig at the club?
Yeah, and that's why I agree. Look, you can say it was a PR stunt, like John's saying here, with the knowledge that Liverpool knew Chelsea will always go buy him. I let you have that one. I agree, but Liverpool still made a legal approach for Caiçedo, because at the end of the day, if they turned around and said, "Oh, yeah, Caicedo's going to join you," Liverpool ain't putting out that transfer. They go buy him. So Liverpool made a legal approach for Caicedo. The money was actually there. Is it Paul Barber, the CEO for Brighton?
Yeah,
came out.
It was in the Liverpool Echo, by the way. It was in the Liverpool Echo that.
Yeah,
that quote.
They come at Paul Barber has come out and said it himself. It was a legal approach. The money was there. It's that Caicedo wanted to join Chelsea, and there's nothing Liverpool could have done about it. So if you want to talk about a PR stunt like that Liverpool had the money, they made an official approach, but they always knew he was going to go with Chelsea. Then they could say, "Look, guys, we made our try. We tried to buy Caicedo, but it didn't work out because he wanted to go to Chelsea." Then you can say that was a PR stunt. And for me, that's what Stephen Warnock is saying. He's not saying for 1 minute that it was they didn't have the money. He's saying, no, they had the money. They made an approach for him, but they always knew Caicedo was going to Chelsea. And then they can turn around and say, "Look, we tried to buy Caicedo. He just decided to go to Chelsea." Then I suppose you can say that's a PR stunt. But you can't say they didn't have the money because that's an illegal approach. Paul Barber has already said himself, the offer was accepted. The money was there. It's just that Caicedo chose Chelsea. That's where I come on different on this sort of stuff. That's where I come different. And I'm not backing the owners here because I'm just saying the offer for Caicedo was a real offer. It's just that Liverpool in the back of their minds. I agree with you guys in the chat. Liverpool always knew he was going to go to Chelsea. So for a PR stunt like that, I suppose you can say. But I'm not having this stuff where people are making up crap saying that Liverpool never had the money, because that's an illegal approach. Liverpool can get done for that. So that's where I disagree.
It's an interesting point, though. Someone just wrote there, Chelsea paid 115 million. So did we bid again? That's a weird one, because we bid 111. I know that. That was confirmed. That's an interesting one. I don't know about that. I need to look into that. But at the end of the day, I think we've probably dodged a bullet, because the guy seems like an absolute weapon.
I think Caiçedo wants to play for Real Madrid, and he's using everyone as a stepping stone to get to Real Madrid.
We've gone in like
that's what he wants to do. Big up Caiçedo. Look, big up Caiçedo. That's what you want to do. Why shouldn't you aim for the biggest club in the world? I would if I'm a footballer. If I'm looking at, I want to play for the biggest club in world football, Real Madrid. And if I have to step on everyone to get there, I'm going to do it. I don't blame Caiçedo. I don't blame him if that's what he wants to do. But like Paul says, life is a big PR stunt. It is. I'm not good. By the way, I'm not agreeing with FSG guys. I want them out of the club. I do. But I'm just saying, we can't sit here and say they didn't have the money. They did have the money, right? They went for him. Now, people are going to be saying, right, why haven't we spent that on players going around yet? I don't know. I can't answer that. What I will tell you is that there's a lot of players that go. There's a lot of clubs, and I keep saying this. I see people commenting in this chat. Why aren't we going for these 30, 40 million pound players then if they're available with their FSG and we've got the money? And I keep telling everyone, maybe they're not as good as us fans think they are. It's as simple as that. I remember when Jed Spence was available and everyone went mental. Why aren't we going for Jed Spence? Why aren't we going for Jed Spence? Why aren't we going for Jed Spence? Because he's not actually that good. It's as simple as that. No one wants him. Every Tottenham manager does not want Jed Spence. He's not that good. And now he's leaving Tottenham. No,
just a new one.
No. So this is the issue I do think we have as fans, is that we because we're fans, it's different. We look at players differently to the way managers and owners and clubs are going to look at footballers. Yeah, it just is. We're going to look at a footballer and go, "What, he could do a job for Liverpool Football Club. Why aren't we going in for him?" And our manager and owners and the people in charge of running our football club go look at it and go, "Not good enough." Simple as that. And then we buy players who we don't think are good enough, like with Tyro Endo. Like we go and buy players that fans are like, "Well, he ain't good enough for Liverpool," but something in him, our manager really rates. Our manager really rates Tyro Endo. So if he really rates him, he's going to go and get him. You know what I mean? See you later on, K-Mac.
Catch you later. Big up the chat. Great show, mate. See you later.
And also, I don't always believe the rumours as well that FSG don't want to spend big. Because if you look at all the players we bought under the FSG era, Man City have barely paid transfer fees bigger than some of the players we have bought. I'm just putting it out there. We broke a world record for a goalkeeper and a centre-back. We broke... we spent more in the transfer fees on Darwin Núñez than Man City did on Haaland. We buy a player, and Gravenberch is over 40-odd million quid. It depends what you think is a big transfer. We get this a lot. Even neutral fans get a bit fed up and tired of this. When Liverpool said they won the league the right way. Yeah, Liverpool won the league the right way. Neutral fans were like, yeah, because you bought Alisson for a world record. You bought Virgil van Dijk for a world record. It's a bit hypocritical of us saying we do things the right way. When we do spend, we spend. I've always said this, FSG and Klopp, if there's a player there, they'll try and buy him, in my opinion. What we don't do enough of is buy multiple times. So they'll spend one time on a player, It don't matter if it's John. It don't matter if it was used from Barcelona money. It doesn't matter. We still spent the money. This is the thing people have got to get out of their heads, because if you do this in your day-to-day life, right? I sell this to buy this. I sell this to buy this. So if you own a house, I expect no one sells that house to buy another house. Yeah. So if you own your house, you've got a mortgage on your house. I don't want anyone going. I want people from now on not selling their home. I want you to keep that home and go and spend your money on another home and have two houses. Yeah. Because you could go from a 3-bedroom house to a 6-bedroom house. Yeah. And I could go to you. Oh, wow. So you use the money from your 3-bedroom house to buy that 6-bedroom house, and you upgraded your living. Well done. Well done. That's all Liverpool did. They upgraded their living. They sold for Coutinho for a lot of money and went and broke 2 world records on transfers. Why are we hypocrites like this? I don't get it. Why are we not? Why are Liverpool Football Club fans never allowed to spend money? Because we used it on someone else. It happens in day-to-day life, guys. It happens in day-to-day life. This is what does my absolute nutting. Like when we spend money, it was because we sold so-and-so, and we still spent money. I don't care where it came from. We broke 2 world records spending that money. If you've got a 3-bedroom house and you upgrade to a 6-bedroom house and you sold your 3-bedroom house, do you pat yourself on the back? Oh, we did really well, love. We did really well. You know, we got rid of that house. We upgraded to a bigger house. We thank selling that house. Or do you go, oh, I should have put my own money in, I should have put my hand in my own pocket, kept that 3-bedroom house, and also bought that new 6-bedroom house? Sometimes you need to sell to buy well. Sometimes you do. By the way, I don't think we should do that all the time. I'm not saying that. But I just find it very hypocritical when we keep saying this, because we broke 2 world records and we didn't have to. You know, Liverpool didn't have to go and buy Alisson Becker. Liverpool didn't have to go and buy Virgil van Dijk. They could have bought another goalkeeper from somewhere around the world, a very, very, very good goalkeeper that would have done a great job for us. They didn't have to buy Alisson Becker. They didn't have to buy Virgil van Dijk, but they went and bought them because they believed they improve our football team and their value for money at the time. Breaking the world record for Virgil van Dijk at the time, Liverpool saw as value because what he would do for Liverpool Football Club, and they were right. Breaking the world record for Alisson Becker at the time, they saw as value, and they were right. Now, I've said it all along. FSG have got really lazy. Since 2020, since the start of COVID, when we had the pandemic, our football club has become lazy. FSG have become lazy. And because of that, I want FSG gone. I literally want FSG to leave our football club. I want new owners to come in, because we live in a world now where FSG are not capable of buying a footballer and giving him his wage to sit on the bench. FSG just want a first 11. That's our problem. They just want a first 11 because they want to see value on the pitch, what that player's doing for us. And that's not the way football is now. You need 25 players to win things. You need a squad. And our owners are not adventurous enough, are not up for it enough to make us the number 1 team in the land. And because they're not up for us to be the number 1 team in the land and keeping us the number 1 team in the land, they got to go. It's as simple as that. It's as simple as that. So I will never argue for the fact that FSG should stay at this football club. I agree with everyone. They need to go. I'll only argue at the hypocritical nature that some fans say that we don't spend money, because that's a lie, because we do. You know, that's not completely true. And when we're talking about why aren't we going for this player, why we ain't going for that player, I keep saying it. Maybe our club don't rate the players we do as fans. I don't think everyone keeps going on what we should have just bought Agate and this would have been done. If we got Agate, we wouldn't be in this mess right now. Liverpool never liked Agate. It's as simple as that. That's why we didn't go for him. Think about it, guys. We went and got Szoboszlai on a £60 million buyout clause, which was more than Ugarte's. We paid more money for a release clause of Szoboszlai than we would have done for Ugarte. We were never in for Ugarte because it weren't about money. We just didn't rate him. You know, we looked at Ugarte like I've said it from time and time again. Liverpool weren't going to buy any more midfielders. They were going to buy Szoboszlai and McAllister, and then keep Hendo and keep Fabinho. But Hendo and Fabinho decided to leave the football club. Because they decided to leave the football club, we're in a mess right now. It's as simple as that. So we need another player coming in. Simple as that. Simple as that. You know, you got to remember, Szoboszlai and McAllister were bought back in July. They were bought way back. Liverpool saw more interest in them kind of footballers. It ain't always about money. This is what I keep saying, guys. Ugarte was much cheaper than Szoboszlai. We decided to go for Szoboszlai. Ugarte, Liverpool just didn't rate him for some reason. And that's the issue. And this is the issue I've got with FSG right now, where I agree with everyone in the chat. I agree with absolutely everyone in the chat. There is no excuse for Liverpool not to spend the Caiçedo money because that money is available. I need to see midfielders coming through the door before the transfer deadline. And I agree with absolutely everyone in chat. I will be absolutely peed off if Liverpool don't go at least get one more midfielder before the transfer deadline shuts. I'll be upset as well. Don't you worry about that, guys. I'll be with all you guys right there on the protest. I certainly will be, because we need at least one more midfielder. There's no doubt about it. Centre-back wise, I can understand why we're not buying defenders. I can understand it because we got loads. Why would we buy more when we got defenders? You got Virgil, you got Konate, you got Matip, you got Gomez, you got Quansah, and you got Nat Phillips. You got 6 centre-backs. Why do we need another defender? Unless where do they all fit? There's no point stockpiling players. There's just no point. Why would you stockpile players? You'd have to let Nat Phillips go. You'd have to let Quansah go out on loan. Maybe you let go of Joel Matip. You get a replacement for Joel Matip in, and you got a better, younger defender there. And then you got Joe Gomez there. You can do that, but there's no point stockpiling players, is there? What's the point of stockpiling players? You know what I mean? That's all I'm saying, man. Awkward feeling. Still can't wrap my mind about why we only brought 3 players in. The Endo is crap. I expect right. It's unacceptable. Our manager likes Wataru Endo. It's as simple as that. We heard what he said in the press conference. I think people decide not to listen to things he says sometimes and make their own thing up. He wanted Wataru Endo 3 years ago. Our owner said no, because at the time he was too old at 27. Klopp then, this summer, had to persuade and beg the owners to go and get Wataru Endo, who's now 30. Klopp likes him, man. Klopp plays him all the time. He made his full debut against Newcastle away from home, and he came on against 10 men when Liverpool had 10 men against Bournemouth. Klopp likes Endo. He rates Endo. Endo might come out all right. This is not Endo's fault, by the way. But Klopp likes him. I'm going to give Endo time, man. I'm going to give Endo plenty of time. He's only just come to the football club. Let's give him a little bit of a break here. But that was a Klopp buyer. Klopp wanted him, he got him. We moan about Klopp not getting his players. We moan about Klopp not getting his players. Klopp got one of his players. Big up, Jamrock. How you doing? So let me get it straight. So Klopp only wanted to get 2 number 8s and kick Hendo and Fab. If it had his way, he would have kept Milner. You don't see an issue with that? Yeah, I see a massive issue with that. That's why. That's why I always put all these conversations together. I always put the Klopp and FSG and all these. I'm not a person with an agenda. There's too many people with agendas against everyone. I ain't going to have no agenda. I see it as I see it. I see it that, yes, Klopp is probably a bit irritated because FSG ain't doing enough, and he should be rightfully irritated, yeah? But at the same time, if Klopp wanted Wataru Endo and the owners got him the player that Klopp wanted, who am I getting upset with? Like who am I getting upset with? If us fans don't see Wataru Endo as good enough, right? But Jurgen Klopp really wanted Wataru Endo, and he spoke about it that he really wants him, and the owners got him. Who am I getting upset with? Like literally. But we're not allowed these conversations because people will just report your YouTube, will criticize you on Twitter, will call you all the names under the sun because you can't go against the manager. It's a no-go area. I can't keep saying this enough. The owners are shite. The owners need to leave our football club because they haven't got the ambition of Liverpool being the best team in the world. So they need to go. But also at the end of the day, Jurgen Klopp has got a lot of blame in it as well. It's as simple as that. You know, like it's as simple as that. But we're not allowed to talk like that because if you talk like that, you just get crucified. You know what I mean? Big up Michael, big up Jamie. Saudis are going for all the LFC players. Why don't they just buy the city? Yeah, that's a good point, Michael. Just come and buy Liverpool, man. Just come and buy Liverpool. Do you know why they're coming after Liverpool players? Because our owners have made it obvious that they're willing to accept offers for our players, and we're weak. We're weak at the moment in transfers. If an offer comes in, Liverpool got to sell. And they know that, and that's why they're coming for us. Big up, Mac. Endo covers a lot of ground and runs all day long, so he does a lot of leg work, help defence out. I think that's why Klopp likes him, Mac. I think that's why Klopp likes him. Why he rates him, and that's why he wanted him. That I'm not having to go. I'm not having to go with Wataru Endo. He's got plenty of time yet to prove everyone wrong, and I hope he does prove everyone wrong. But what you're saying now about his legs, his work rate, his defensive abilities, that is exactly why Jurgen Klopp wanted him. So if this doesn't work out, who does everyone go and blame? You know what I mean? And I know people will go, big up Aaron. Aaron, did you say something about Ben Jacobs said that Saudi Arabia think they close on the 7th of September? I disagree. We only sell players we don't want anymore. Yeah, that is probably true. Endo might run, but he's slow and small and can't do the Fabinho role and could work if we were more compact. Yeah, I mean, me and Mike spoke about that yesterday. Big up, Paul. Yeah, I'm feeling better now, man. Big up, Wayne. Tell me this, Jamie. They said Hendo was the reason Trent was getting roasted last season. So Bozai is there and as a beast and Trent is still getting roasted. Right. I had this conversation yesterday about Trent, and this is so true. So when are we going to have the Trent Alexander-Arnold discussion, guys? I'm asking everyone in the chat right now. When do we start having the Trent discussion? A real talk about Trent Alexander-Arnold. Like, let's not be afraid to talk about it as well, because I think people are too afraid to talk about it. We need a real discussion about Trent now. We really do. Because Wayne's right here. Everyone last season was saying Trent was getting, violated and cooked and everything like this because, Hendo couldn't cover for him anymore because he didn't have the legs. Now Szoboszlai is at Liverpool and he has got the legs and he is literally covering for Trent, and Trent is still getting violated and he's still getting cooked. So when do we have this discussion? When do we start having a real discussion about Trent Alexander-Arnold? When do we really start talking about him? Because I think people were afraid to bring it up. Is Trent getting roasted at right back because of the manager? Is this down to Jurgen Klopp? Is this actually down to the manager? Or is it all down solely on Trent Alexander-Arnold? Let me know in the chat. We've got to have a serious discussion about this because I don't think many Liverpool fans and many Liverpool YouTubers and stuff like that are going to have a real talk about Trent. Because last year when we spoke about Trent, we said it's everyone in front of him that's Trent's fault. You know, the midfield ain't helping Trent out. Henderson isn't helping Trent out. Well, now we got more legs in midfield. We've got McAllister and Szoboszlai, or very energetic, very young, run about, very good defensively, and Trent is still having issues. So, is it Trent Alexander-Arnold who's at fault here? Or is it the manager and his system? Because it can't be just the state of that. We've got to have a real discussion. People are so scared to talk about this because, one, you're either going to talk about Trent in a bad light, and no one wants to talk about Trent in a bad light because it proves the rivals were right about him. Two, you either then got to talk about Jurgen Klopp and his system. And people don't want to talk about Jurgen Klopp and his system because you're not allowed to talk about Jurgen Klopp and his system in a bad light because it all comes down to the owners. So all everyone talks about. The problem with Trent is John W. Henry's fault. That's all people will say because people don't want to have a real conversation. They don't want to have a real conversation. And I think the real conversation is a mixture of everything. I think Klopp needs to work out Trent's best position and do it quick. If Trent is now a midfielder, buy a right back and put Trent in midfield. It's as simple as that. I think Klopp thinks that Trent can play in midfield. That's why he's playing him in the inverted role from right back. But he doesn't want to go and buy a right back. Buy a defensive right back. I'm sick of this high line bullshit. Put it on the line right now. I am sick and tired of this high line inverted bullshit that we play. We get exposed against every single team we play, but for some reason, it's all the owner's fault. I don't get it. I don't understand the way we play, the system, the invertedness, the high line, how it's the owner's fault. Oh, it's the owner's fault, Jamie, because they haven't bought Klopp the players yet to play that system. Okay. So the owners have not bought Klopp the players yet to play that system. So let me ask you this. Why is our manager, who we class as a world-class manager and one of the best managers in the world, why is he playing a system that don't suit our players? Now, if I told you this right now, if Jurgen Klopp wasn't our manager and Pep Linders was our manager for the last 18 months, and he was playing this system with players that don't suit this system, everyone in this live chat right now will be saying Pep Linders out. They wouldn't be blaming the owners. They would be saying Pep Linders out. You're playing a system that don't suit the players we got. You'd all be saying it. All of you. Every single one of you would be saying it. Pep Linders is playing a system that don't suit our players. Why are we playing this high line and inverted? Why are we playing a system that don't suit the players we got right now? It makes no sense. We're vulnerable against every single team we play against. We are vulnerable. Pep Linders out. That's all we'd hear. All we'd hear. But Jurgen Klopp plays this system for the last 18 months and everyone blames the owners. And everyone blames the owners. Why are we scared to have this conversation about our manager? Like, why? Why are we so scared of having this conversation about our manager? Why? I don't get it. Why? Because I'm telling you right now, if Pep Linders was the manager and Jurgen Klopp wasn't here anymore, and we were playing this way for the last 18 months like we did last season, like we've done to the start of this season, everyone in this live chat would be like, get Pep out. He doesn't know what he's doing. I don't get it. I don't get it. Now, what irritates me about all this, is that Jurgen Klopp is not an idiot. Jurgen Klopp is not a div. He's not an idiot. He's a smart man. He knows football. And he knows at the moment what is happening is wrong because he mentioned it himself, like me and Mike chatted about yesterday. When he had his interview and said we play better with 10 men because we're more compact, right? We're more compact when we play better with 10 when we've got 10 men, so we play better. Right there, that should be a light bulb in Klopp's head. Play compact with 11 men, Klopp, and we'll look better. It's as simple as that. It's as simple as that. Now, I've been speaking about this for over a year now, right? I've been speaking about Klopp for over a year now, and people come at me all the time because you're not allowed to talk about him, right? You're just not allowed to have this conversation. I'll get people telling me, oh, what do you want Klopp to do with these players? It's all these players, yeah? The owners have let him down. What do you want Klopp to do with these players? It's all you ever get. It's all the answer you ever get. Tactically change. Go more compact. Do you think Virgil and Canate would be that exposed if we dropped our line by 10 yards? Simple answer in the chat right now. Let me know. Would Virgil and Canate be as exposed at the back if we dropped our line by 10 yards and we didn't play so high up? We played Trent and Robbo that wide. Our centre-backs are not close together like centre-backs should be. They play wide apart. The DM then becomes in between them, and we just leave acres around the pitch. I just don't get there's issues with our system. I feel for the players, I really do. I mean, Virgil and Canate are continuously out of position. It's not their fault. They're just going by instruction in which they're being coached right now. You've got to play high. You've got to push the team right up. Trent has got to come inverted for some reason and then run across our back four into the left back position constantly. Like, what are you doing? What are you doing? This is not a system. This is playground football. This ain't a system. Is everyone happy that we're vulnerable every single match? Because I'm not. If Liverpool fans are happy that we are vulnerable in every single match we play, well, big up to you, because I'm not. I can't stand it. I cannot stand it. Virgil van Dijk and Canate are made to look like worse players than they actually are because they're being made vulnerable every single game. They're made to play one-on-one defending. We play one-on-one defending. Virgil's got his man. Canate's got his man. Robbo and Trent have got their one-on-one defending. We don't defend as a team or as a unit. You drop the system back 10 yards. You drop the line back 10 yards. You become more compact. When you become more compact, you defend better as a team. Maybe Trent would actually look better defensively if we were more compact and didn't leave him isolated. Just a fault, guys. It doesn't matter who's in front of Trent. It could be Henderson. It could be Szoboszlai. It could be Leo Messi, for goodness sake. If we're playing this system, it doesn't matter who's playing in front of Trent Alexander-Arnold if he's completely exposed time and time again. It doesn't matter who plays centre-back. Virgil, Canate, Gomez, Matip, Loafer bloody Mateus Sammer. It doesn't matter who plays centre-back for Liverpool. If we overexpose them time and time again in the system we play. Again, whose fault is it? Say Gunben, he just won't have it against Klopp. We're only playing this bad because the players are not stepping up. I can't believe this. I can't believe this. There's sometimes you can't win, guys. Klopp's the problem. The system's the problem. It needs changing. It's as simple as that. It just needs changing. It don't matter who we get in. You could have got Lavia and Caiçedo in and have a double pivot, yeah? We'd still be vulnerable because of the system. We play extremely high up counter pressing. Do you know how much room that leaves in behind? We're vulnerable all the time. You can say players ain't stepping up, but as far as I can see, Szoboszlai's playing his arse off. McAllister's playing his arse off. Everyone else is playing their arse off, but we're still vulnerable. But when we go compact and drop the defence a little bit, we look better. I'll tell you an example. When we played Manchester City at Anfield last season, yeah, we played James Milner at right back and Joe Gomez at centre back, yeah, and we had that same midfield of Henderson and Fabinho and all that people hate, right? And we won that game 1-0, and we barely conceded many chances. Do you know why we didn't barely concede any chances? We played compact. We dropped the high line. We went deeper. We played 10 yards further back. We squeezed in. We played counter-attacking football. So that way we weren't as vulnerable. We could attack better and we defended better. And then when we went to the Ittihad later on in the season, we decided to play the high line, push right up, play counter-pressing football. We got overexposed at the back. Same players. 2 different systems. Same players, 2 different systems. The Anfield game against Man City, compact, defensive, didn't give up many chances. Game against City at the Ittihad, same players, different system, high line, nice and wide, overexposed, can see chance every game. You know what I mean? One ball over the top of our defence. Guys, you think a ball over the top of our defence should always cause us trouble? You know, it's madness. It's madness. You know, I'm going to leave it there, guys. I'm going to leave it there because I've gone on for far too long. I went on a mini rant there. But look, the club's a mess. I'll leave it like this, guys. The club is a mess, right? We've got good enough players to be doing better than we actually are, in my opinion. I think Klopp's got to sort out the system. If Klopp sorts out this system, guys, and makes us more compact, we'll be a better football team. And we could achieve better things. I really do believe that. The owners are no good as well. Everything in our club's a mess at the moment. But look, big up to everyone. I appreciate you all being here. Thank you very much. Don't forget to go and smash the like button, hit the subscribe button. Remember, guys, we don't have to agree. We all have different opinions. But big up to everyone. Much love. Enjoy the rest of your day. I'll see you tomorrow. Bye-bye for now.